My name is Lavanya. I'm a medical social worker from National Addiction Management Service at IMH. I have been working in NAMS for 3 years. I'm here to talk about parenting children in addiction recovery and give some tips to help the parents to go through this journey smoothly. In this episode, when I mention loved ones, I'm referring to children with a substance use disorder and caregivers as parents. Families where addiction is present are often painful to live in. The family members who live with addiction may become traumatized to varying degrees of experience. The mood of a person with addiction can swing from one end to another end across the emotional, psychological, and behavioral spectrum. Living with addiction is to put family members under unusual stress, and normal routines are constantly interrupted by unexpected even the very frightening experiences. And what is said might not match up with what the family members sense or see in front of their eyes. So the family becomes absorbed by a problem that is addiction and slowly spins out of control. So I will be sharing some tips and tools to help the parents who have the loved ones living their life in lifestyle that is centered around violence and criminal activity. As parents, you are going to play a very crucial part in your loved one's recovery journey. The journey will be tough and with lots of obstacles and U-turns. In order to help your loved one to reach recovery sobriety, first you get to know their baseline. As like any other journey, we need to have a roadmap to reach the destiny. A roadmap of drinking will help you to know your loved one's drinking baselines. Here I'm talking about the map of drinking is you need to get to know their triggers, the signs, and the consequences. Triggers, I'm talking about the reasons for drinking, the events, the thoughts, the mood, people, place, etc. And then the drinking sign, the early signs of whether your loved one had one drink or few drinks already, and the consequences, whether it is good or bad. First, in the drinking map, the drinking triggers we are talking about, you can think of these as a highway signs that tells you that your exit is coming up. And the next, the early signs of intoxication. You can think of these as a reduced speed signs that has been posted on the highway. Sometimes the intoxication signs are obvious, but many times it is not. We need to use our own experience and the past experiences and the insight to know whether your loved one's in simply bad mood or he has been started drinking. And in other words, you need to recognize that whether your loved one still moving smoothly in the highway or it's already turned off the drinking exit. And the third thing, we are talking finally the consequences of drinking. Once your loved ones takes that drinking exit, several subsequent routes are available for them. So sometimes your efforts to get your loved one to stop drinking make them want to drink more. So therefore, it is important for us to know, to identify not only the triggers and signs, also you need to get to know what's happening between the two of you when your loved one is drinking or abusing substances. Your map will help you to figure out what leads to more drinking or what leads them back to sobriety highway. So furthermore, this will help to gain perspective on the situation. So as a parent, you will no longer feel victimized or traumatized by the unexpected events and the triggers. So when you figure this out, you may respond. You know what to expect and how to respond appropriately. When you respond appropriately, when you are changing your response, and you can change the outcome for the better. Here the 5 important parenting skills I want to emphasize on this episode. One is communication. Good communication between parents and the loved ones is the foundation for strong family relationships. Developing these good communication skills can help the parents or you catch up the children's the problems early, support the positive behavior, and can stay aware of what is happening in our child lives. And the key skills here is two important things. One is show concern and show interest when the problems comes in, and encourage problem solving thinking and problem solving aspects rather than the problem. And then when you are not ready to talk about, or when you are not clearly know how to go about it, you check yourself as using CALM acronym. C stands for control your thoughts, and A, assess and decide whether you are too upset to continue, and L, leave the situation if you are too upset or you are too angry to talk about, and M, make a plan to deal with the situation within 24 hours. So this CALM acronym will help you to move your conversation in the right direction. Number 2 is encouragement. Encouragement is the key to build a confidence and a strong sense of self. Consistent encouragement will help the youth to feel confident to try new things, to new activities, and to tackle problems, difficult situations. It helps to parents to promote the cooperation and reduce the conflicts. Here, encouragement sends 3 important messages to our loved ones. One is you can do it, and you have a good ideas, and you are important. So in order to encourage daily, make it things very simple. A simple thank you will go for a long way, and do it right away. Don't wait for too long, and be specific about what you like, and never ever miss the opportunity that to encourage the behavior or the acts that you would like to see repeatedly in your loved ones. Number 3, the third skill is negotiations. Negotiating solution offers a way to work together to solve problems and make changes, promote and increase the improve cooperation. And it helps you to teach how to focus on the solutions, not the problems. Think through possible outcome of the behavior rather than the problem. And there are few negotiating steps I can say that whenever you start negotiating, make a neutral problem statement, generate possible solutions, and evaluate the solution, and choose the solution and follow up to see if it works. Number 4 is setting limits. Setting limits, it enables the parents to teach self-control, responsibility, show care, and for provide safe boundaries. And for your loved ones, it gives the guidelines and teaches them that following rules is important for their success life. There is a 2-step process. We can do that. First step is setting the rules. Make it as simple, clear, and make your loved ones to understand the rule and have the list of consequences. And 4th is be ready to follow through. And the second step is the following up, to give consequences when the rules are broken, but also offer encouragement when the rules are followed. The 5th one is supervision. Childhood is a period of major growth and change. Youth tends to be very uncertain about themselves and how they fit in their group or in their peer group, and at times they feel very, very overwhelmed by the need to please and impress their friends. So these feelings can leave them to open to peer pressure. And how to support or increase our influence in our children? First thing is know your children's schedule, and know your children's friends and peers in schools and the school and in neighborhood mainly, and stay involved in your school activities. Talk to your child when the concerns comes up. I hear that there are times both parents may not be available at home to supervise or monitor our children. What we can do when you are not at home? Know your child's schedule and call or check your child on various timing, and have your child check in when he or she reached the destination, or have your child check when they reach their school, or ask them to call you back to give a call that they have reached safely. And surprise your child, sometimes to give the call or visit to them, and remain in contact the adults, those who are with their children. So remember the 4 C's in supervision that will help you with this difficult task. One is clear rule, communication, checking up, and consistency. Okay, just to summing up the following, what we have talked about, the 5 skills. You can check yourself in you by asking these 5 questions. One is, are you able to communicate calmly and clearly with your teenager regarding addiction issues? And second question, do you encourage positive behaviors in your teenager on daily basis? Third, are you able to negotiate emotional conflicts when your loved one is disrespectful and working towards a solution? And are you able to calmly set limits when your teenager is not in a mood to do that? Are you able to set limits serious problem behaviors such as drug or alcohol issues? And fifth one is, do you monitor your loved ones to ensure that he or she to spend too much unsupervised time with peers? You may wish to find out more about the community resources and other family support groups available for you. And remember, you are not alone in this journey. Help is available. Thank you.